Hello everybody, I'm alpacapatrol, and this is Binding of Isaac Wrath of the Lamb that's running back another... Well, I'm actually doing a regular run. I'm doing a regular run. For a number of reasons. One, I haven't done a regular run in quite some time. Two, the run that I was gonna do by, I believe it's called, by Doom 5, called Slow Burrow Alpaca, involved me having a low range and a low tier speed, and I actually don't know how to just get that. So, you know, I did random Judas just now, but I actually did just pick up the scapular, which is pretty good. And of course, the police have to show up as soon as I start recording. Anyway, yeah, so I got to scapular, which is actually really great on Judas. So I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. That will probably keep me alive. In fact, I could have just cheated the game right now and used that fire to get an extra half a heart, essentially. But I didn't do that because, you know what? I don't do those kinds of things. What am I? Some kind of a cheat? Some kind of a loser? But yeah, so I'm doing a regular run. Because, you know what? I haven't done a regular run in quite some time. It's been a little while. You know what just came out, though? Today, right now. I watched the first 2 episodes. Arrested Development. Yeah, that's fucking right. Did you guys watch it? Because, holy cow. I watched the first 2 episodes. I didn't watch all of it. God, come on now. You think I've watched all of it? What is wrong with you? Jesus! Get out of here! No, but, I watched the first 2 episodes of Arrested Development, and it was pretty cool, from what I saw. The first episode I thought was really good. The second episode... I wasn't as impressed. I'll be honest, I wasn't as impressed in the second episode. But the first episode, pretty darn cool. I could look for the secret room. My guess is probably here. Your guess is as good as mine, because it could be in a number of locations, yeah. I probably shouldn't have wasted a bomb there, probably. But, you know, whatever. Sometimes you just gotta roll the dice. I don't know if that was necessarily the situation in which you really did have to roll the dice, but hey, you know, sometimes you gotta do it, and sometimes you don't. Most of the time you don't, honestly. You know, that's kind of the... Oh, butts. I'm so stupid. I feel real dumb by walking into that man and taking damage, because I didn't really need to take damage at all, did I? In fact, I could have just not taken damage if I so chose. But I didn't choose that, because that's... Choosers are losers, as I always like to say. That's... Oh, god damn it. That's my mantra. I choose nothing in my life. You know, sexual partners, you know, career decisions. I just leave that up to everyone else. You know, that's not that far from the truth, despite the fact that I was also speaking, that was obviously speaking, hyperbolically. I am one of those kind of people that'll just, like, before I make a decision, I get everyone's input on it. I don't know why. I'm not a very decisive man. I don't know what that really has to do with, but, I don't know. I usually consult lots of people on any decision that I make. Any, like, semi-important decision. You know? Like, not like every decision. Like, I don't consult... Well, you know, I was about to say, like, I don't consult people if I'm gonna eat a sandwich. But now that I think about it, oftentimes I do. Oftentimes I'm like, hey, guys, should I eat a sandwich? I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I'd be good in prison. Because they tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was sort of getting at there. If that didn't really make any sense. Obviously, it probably didn't make much sense. Now, here's the thing. We could take either of those, but then we would probably die. So I don't want to do that. However... Well, let's see. If the devil room's still there... No, it's not still there. That's unfortunate. But hey, you know what? That's... You know, I probably wasn't going to do it. What I was thinking was I would get down to... I would get down to a blue heart from Scapular and then go back into the Devil Room, make that trade. You know, that didn't work out, evidently. But that's fine, you know, whatever. I probably didn't really want to make that trade anyway. I mean, we would have gotten, like, either Guppy's head or, like, flight. Which the flight would have been good, but, you know... you know what I mean? Oh, let's go to the treasure room, why not? Why not? But yeah, I don't know, you know, I have to consult people for my decisions. I don't know why. Do you guys have to do the same thing? Because I do it, like, all the time. I always consult people for... Oh, blood rights, this shitty item. It's unfortunate. But yeah, so, I don't know. I really, really often consult people for my decisions. I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, I'm gonna go in here. Ah, the secret room is there. Good to know. Okay, let this one not be telepills. Bombs are key. Alright. Balls of steel. That's real good. Alright. Oh, but bombs are key just screwed me out of that secret room. The reason I went in there is I wanted to make sure that the secret room was right next to the sacrifice room. I had done that. That is... wow! Wow! Missing page actually worked! I think that's the first time I've ever seen missing page work. I'm not exaggerating. I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've seen it work. At the very least, it's the first time I've seen it work in months. That's amazing. I didn't know that that actually worked. I honestly thought that that item had been broken. Alright, we got the world. That's pretty cool. Hey, we got a bomb! Now we can go to the secret room. Cool. And we can go to the shop. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Let's go see what's in the shop. Maybe it's something we want. Maybe it's something we don't want. Who knows? We're about to find out. Nope, something that we do not want. However, I'll probably still use my, my bomb to go to the shop, or the secret room, rather. Because, you know what? Honestly, money's always good, right? I mean, it could be something else. It could be a 1-up. Oh, it is something good. We got Spider Bite. That's great. We haven't had that item in a long time. You know, there's certain items in this game where I, like, completely forget that they fucking exist because they're so goddamn rare. I wouldn't say Spider Bite is necessarily on that list, but it's pretty high up on that list. Like, I mean, the last time I got Spider Bite was probably months ago. I mean, well over a month at the very least, I know that, so, you know, that's a thing. Oh, alright, I guess we're going in here. We got the Steam sale, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd probably buy that. If I had the money to do so. Which I hopefully shall be able to gain very shortly here. But yeah, Spider Bite's pretty good, man. It's like, gives you a slowing effect, and slowing effect's pretty good. Pretty darn good. Especially good on these greed heads, too, because they make the shots slower as well. Which is always nice. You know, you can't knock that. You have a full heart. For the cost of a bomb. How can you go wrong? How can you? I really wish to know. I've only never gone wrong. Oh wow, we have the Judaicus. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I think if we go to the boss room... I don't know, man. Do I think I like the D6 better or the Book of Belial? I mean, I like the Book of Belial, but I also like the D6. The D6 can lead to real bad things, though. I don't really want to do it. Well, I mean, it could. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Matchstick. I guess I could take the matchstick. I mean, we don't have that many bombs. That's alright. That's okay. I was reading, you know, the new, the DSM is coming out, which is, by the way, the, actually, I don't know what it stands for. It's like the Diagnostic Something Manual. Which actually is works for the acronym, but that's not actually what it is. It's the Diagnostic Something Manual. I don't actually remember what it is, but it's basically the manacle. It's basically the manacle that that psychologists use. Well, I mean, a lot of people use, but I mean psychologists especially. It's sort of the be-all end-all of. It's like the Bible of a psychologist. And they update it once every, like, 20 years, essentially. They don't, like, really update it. They update it, like, when there's a significant amount of new information that should be in it, right? So, like, the DSM-4, I think, came out in, like, the 80s, I think? I could be wrong here. I could be completely bullshitting it. It could have came out like 3 years ago, but I'm pretty sure it came out like in the 80s or something. So it's been a long time for the sequel. So DSM-5 just came out. It's the new. It's actually you find out what happens at the end of Twilight. By the way, is the Twilight series over? Like, what happened with that? Because I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I never ever watched any single Twilight movie. I think the only reason that a man has ever watched Twilight is because they saw it with their girlfriend. Not to say anything, I'm not, like, you know, saying anything against girls or anything like that. I'm just saying that, generally speaking, the audience is pretty high in the female ratio, I want to say. I mean, I think a lot of guys watch True Blood, but that's because it has a lot of nudity, you know? Actually, I've learned how to watch True Blood. How I watch True Blood. Here, I'll tell you. This is the best way. Just watch the last 5 minutes of True Blood. Because if you watch the last 5 minutes of True Blood, then you get all the boobies. Because that's usually when they have the sex. They usually have the sex at the end of the episode. That's usually the climactic moment, not to be, you know, sort of puntastical. Actually, I don't know if that's pun. Sort of coincidental, isn't it? I'm not sure. Well, I'll take a health up, I suppose. Now, here's the kind of ringing question. Should I take that D6? I think I should. I think I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm doing it. I don't have enough money to go to the shop, do I? Man, that's unfortunate. Is there... it could be here, but it's likely not. Yeah. Could be here too, right? Yeah. Alright, we're just gonna go take the D6 and roll the dice. And we got the doctor's remote. Wow, that's fucking useless. Whatever. We'll move on. We got it on the Catacombs once. There's still a good amount of items. I don't really... Like, I feel bad letting go of the Book of Belial, but... I also don't. I don't know. I mean, I like the Book of Belial, don't get me wrong. It's a real good item. It's a really good item. But the potential of amazing items with the D6, I feel like that's something that I can't pass up. I can't do it. I can't pass it up. I need that ability to reroll. I wish there was like a golden bomb so you could use as many bombs as you want. Because I got a golden key after I used all the keys that I needed to use on the floor. It's basically useless, man. But whatever. What was I talking about? DSM. Oh, DSM 5. Oh, yeah, DSM 5. I don't know what they added in. I think they took out like multiple personality disorder, and also took out ADD. Although, actually, you know, now that I think about it, I don't think ADD was in the DSM-4 either, because psychologists don't consider it a real disease. I don't consider it a real disease either. Actually, you know, I just learned the guy who invented ADD or ADHD said on his deathbed that ADD is an example of a fake disease. You know, a lot of people like to talk about how like real ADD is, but it really is a bunch of bullshit, and it's a way to sell fucking medication, which is another reason why I don't say anybody should ever go to a psychiatrist unless you have an organic brain disorder. Like, I don't think you should do it, because treating like almost anything with medication for any kind of mental disorder is a bad idea unless you have something wrong with your actual, like, if you have something legitimately wrong with your brain. Like, if you have an organic brain disorder, like a, you know, like a schizophrenic would have, then you are not going to, oh god, then you're not going to need medication. And it's a load of bullshit. I remember, talking to someone, I think a girl with, who supposedly had ADD or whatever, you know, she was on Ritalin a lot, and you know, and she like staunchly defended it. I guess I'll take Charm of the Vampire. She like staunchly defended it against me, despite the fact that I, you know, tried to explain how it's real dumb. The reason here, let me explain a little bit further why it's real dumb. Okay, so a person with, say, ADD or say even depression, right? Clinical depression, right? Essentially, what that's characterized by is a drop in dopamine. You're not producing the natural antidepressant that's in the brain. Fuck it, whatever. I'll buy that too. The natural antidepressant in the brain. I should have actually re-rolled that now that I think about it. Whatever, not a big deal. Is dopamine, right? Essentially, if you have clinical depression, your dopamine levels are especially low. That's fine. What that also means, if you take an antidepressant, what do you think it does? It increases your dopamine level, your dopamine production level, right? Okay. Seems like a pretty reasonable solution, right? I mean, like, you just add more dopamine and people aren't depressed. Well, it probably works. Here's the problem. One, you become sort of desensitized, or not desensitized, but more resistant to those dopamine drugs. So, dopamine becomes less effective. Two, those dopamine levels are completely artificial, right? They're not made by your body, they are made by this drug. So, once you're off of the drug, then all of a sudden, your dopamine levels are back down. And you have done nothing to improve yourself in order to succeed. You have, or in order to defeat your depression, you have simply swept your problem under the rug. That's it. That's all that you have done. Oh, I didn't shit. I didn't shit! I mean, I'm not lying. I didn't actually shit today. But, oh god, you guys probably heard that Skype sound. I'm sorry. I'm sorry! It's usually off, but it's not off right now. God damn it. I'm sorry. Anyway, but, so your dopamine levels are not really fixed, per se, right? I mean, they're just temporarily dealt with. Alright, I guess I'll use this. Strength. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know, I could... I'm still gonna keep the world. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm keeping the world. Anyway, so yeah, here's a way that you should do it. This is the way that it should go down. You should use cognitive behavioral therapy or Rogerian theory. A Rogerian psychologist will be able to help you with depression, and then what'll happen is your body will naturally start producing dopamine at a reasonable, at realistic level, and you will have that problem fixed for you forever. But we want the quick and easy solution. We want the pill, the magic pill that'll make our pain go away. And you know what? Those pills don't really fucking exist. I mean, sure, they kind of do, but that is you're fooling yourself. You're killing your body. It's a bad idea. So that's why I've always sort of cited against any kind of medication and the use of psychiatrics. It just doesn't really... I don't know. It works to a degree, but I mean, it doesn't really work. That's sort of how I feel about it. I don't think it's something that should be really used. Oh, we got a troll bomb. That's unfortunate. Well, maybe we'll get another drop. Probably not, but maybe. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. So yeah, that's my view on it. I don't know. I don't know why I was talking about that. DSM? I was probably talking about the DSM and, and ADD. Right, yeah, and ADD is a bullshit disease. It's a disease that was invented to sell drugs. That's it. That's really it. And I've said that for a long time, and a lot of people don't believe me. It's a bunch of nonsense. What does the disease prove? Oh, that young people have a lot of energy. Wow, Mr. Big Shot Scientist, you figured that out, huh? Young people have a lot of energy. Man, did you have to go to years of medical school to figure that out? Because, Jesus, you just wasted $120,000, my friend. That's the kind of thing, it's just so sad that it's just like the wool been pulled over so many people's eyes. It's sad. You know, a similar thing with multiple personality disorder. The reason the multiple personality disorder is not in the DSM, or is kind of debated a lot. Not necessarily. I don't know if it's not in the DSM. Hold on a second. There'll be an awkward cut here for a moment. I'm gonna fix the Skype problem. All right, we're back. Anyway, so fucking butts. Fucking butts, man. No, what was it? Oh, multiple personality disorder. See, what's interesting about multiple personality disorder is that it is a thing, right? I mean, it's not like it doesn't exist. It does, right? You can have multiple personality disorder, right? You can have multiple personalities. That's a thing that can happen. However, the reason it's sort of debated is because, or whether or not it can be classified as an actual disorder, is because it's suggestible. Now, what does that mean? Suggestible actually means that I can give you multiple personality disorder. Not to say that it's contagious, but if I know how to, I can teach you how to have multiple personality disorder, right? Like, I can't really teach you how to be schizophrenic. You either are or you aren't, right? I can't really teach you how to, have anxiety disorder or have, have ADD or OCD. I can't really teach you to do those things, but I can teach you how to have multiple personality disorder, and you will exhibit all of those symptoms. So that's sort of the reason it's sort of debated. That's sort of the reason it's sort of not considered a disorder by a lot of psychologists, or at least one that's not particularly necessary in treating. It's one that sort of gets taken away on a lot of, like, creative media, meaning like movies and stuff. A lot of movies like to be like, oh, well, he has multiple personality disorder. That's crazy. Like, that means he's gonna go around killing people. And like, it's a very sexy disorder to have, is essentially what I'm trying to say. Like, it's something that that a lot of people like to write about and do things, but it doesn't really exist. That's sort of the thing, right? I mean, I've talked about this before too, I think, about how Freud is a bunch of bullshit. Same thing with Freud. That's the reason that I think a lot of psychology isn't respected in the field of science, or like as a field of science by a lot of people, is because a lot of people don't actually know the legitimate science to... Ooh. A lot of people don't actually know the legitimate science to... Oh, mother of poop. Don't know the legitimate science to psychology. In fairness, psychology was only invented in 1873 by Wilhelm Wundt. So, I mean, you know, that it is a very young science, understandably. But the thing is, Freud kind of fucked everything up, because everybody thinks... Like, when you think psychology, you think of fucking Freud. And the thing is, Freud is a bunch of bullshit. He's not a real psychologist. I mean, look. Some people give some... I don't know, relevance to his work, if you could call it that. But, psychoanalytic theory is a bunch of bullshit, honestly. It doesn't really help people, it doesn't really do anything, and it's, I don't know, it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, essentially, Freud is concerned with, how something happened, right? Like, you're depressed. How Freud would intend for you to fix that depression is he wants to figure out how you became depressed. Did your father never love you? Did blah blah blah, all this shit happen? The truth is, that doesn't actually fucking matter. It doesn't matter how it started, except for the sake of curiosity. Like, curiosity, sure, I mean, that's good. Understanding why you're depressed doesn't really help your depression. Figuring out how to not be depressed does, and that's what cognitive behavioral therapy really does for people. That's what Rogerian psychology does for people, okay? So, like, really, you can go to a psychologist and treat it like a doctor. I have a problem, I have an anxiety problem. Psychologist, can you help me fix it? And psychologists should be able to do so. That's sort of, like a lot of people consider psychologists or psychology as sort of a quack art, right? It's like sort of, it's almost like on the same kind of scope as cold reading or something of the sort, right? They're not really helping you, they're just some guy to talk to. Now, by the way, venting is another thing that sort of, you don't really know, they're not really sure whether or not venting actually helps in any way, but that's essentially what people assume psychologists are. There was a whole sect of psychology, a whole period in psychology called British empiricism, in which there were a bunch of scientists who considered themselves psychologists. Actually, I think this was pre-psychology. I believe this was in the early 1800s, the British empiricists. I could be wrong, it could be the early 1900s, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, the British empiricists, essentially what they were a group of, oh god, sorry, hold on. By the way, it's sort of a misnomer to say that Wilhelm Wundt invented psychology, because he technically did. He was the first guy to teach a class on psychology in 1873. So that's when people consider psychology officially invented. However, William James sort of taught a class on what essentially was psychology 10 years before that, and honestly, philosophy for the most part before the empirical data was functionally psychology. So, you know, it's sort of a misnomer to say that psychology was invented in 1873, but I think as psychology proper, as it is considered as a science, was 1873 Wilhelm Wundt. So that's sort of why I say that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. What I was trying to get at was, British empiricists. Yeah. So the whole deal with British empiricists were that they were all about empirical data, right? They wanted to know absolutely this plus this equals this, right? It's like a formula. Like, that is what happens when this happens. Okay? Now, you can only go so far with that in psychology. Mainly because of technological constraints, honestly. More than anything else, it's because of technological constraints. Like, we don't have the ability, we don't have the knowledge yet to fully understand everything. So a lot of psychology does have to be philosophy, but not as much as people still imagine it is. You know, a lot of people still imagine that it's all philosophy, right? It's all shit they make up because they think, again, like I said, of Freud. And Freud is a bunch of bullshit, because Freud is just like, oh, well, you're sad because you wanted to bang your mom. And it's like, no, Freud, I didn't want to bang my mom. Come on, calm down. God, do I take Guppy's tail? Yeah, I'm gonna take Guppy's tail. Whatever. So yeah, like Freud will say that kind of a thing, or like, you're sad because your penis is small, or whatever, and it's sexy and it's nice and it's easy to understand, but it's not true, right? So it's just shit that he made up, and that's philosophy. That's not psychology. The shit that we can understand is like child behavioral theory by the Jean Piaget's theory, and the differences in our sensory functions and all that kind of stuff. We can understand all of that, and that's all empirical data. That's all stuff that we know, right? I mean, that's stuff that we can prove. And that's the stuff that I'm more interested in psychology. That's the stuff I'm more interested in general, really, but in psychology especially, it really is stuff that is totally goddamn provable. And a lot of people just don't really understand that or know that. I mean, in fairness, I don't really expect a lot of people to, because, like I said, the popular notion of it is the Freud stuff. And the Freud stuff is a bunch of bullshit. So I feel like I should mention it. I don't know. I felt like it's important information for people to know. I'm gonna take that, and then I'm gonna re-roll it. Re-roll! Hey, we got a 1-up. 1-up's pretty good. 1-up is pretty good. Let's see what's over here. I have a feeling we're gonna get the treasure room. We gonna get the treasure room! No, we're not. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping for that. No such luck. Oh, come on, that hit me. Eat my butt. Just eat it. Just devour my buttocks. That's what I want you to do. Alright. God dingus! Can't believe I took damage there because I'm dumb. Die! Alright. I hate those guys. They're such jerkbags. Alright. Well, another card that I will not use. I'll go in here, though, to get abused. I will fight this room. Dingus! Dingus of the Bangus. Oh, right, this is Mom. Okay, that's real good. I was real lucky, because I could have went and fought Mom there, and that would have been a real bad idea. But luckily, what the fuck? God dingus. So yeah, the whole dealio with Psychologico. Wow. Wow, we got Mutant Spider. That's interesting. That's pretty darn good. I'm pretty pumped about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite the liar, I'll be honest. Well, yeah, I might as well explore, I guess. Yeah, we'll open that up. Hey, look at that, we got some good stuff. So yeah, the, dicks and balls. No, double dicks and balls. Alright. What is this? Something. Health up! Wow! That's real good. That's real good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, let's deal with it this way. A little bit easier. Hey, fellas. Why don't you go ahead and get out of here? Just get out of town. There we go. Fantastic. Alright, they're dead. Oh, good. And we get back to full health. That is ballin'. That is Bubba ballin'. Alright, now we can go fight Mom. And we have a dice roll, too. We have a roll ready to use on her item. But yeah, if you want to learn, like, real cool stuff of psychology, like, my favorite, my like, idols in psychology, B.F. Skinner, William James, fucking, what is his name, actually? Now I feel dumb. Rogerian Theory, it's not Carl Rogers. Oh, nice. That's ballin'. Who the hell is it in Rogerian Theory? I don't know. I'm a big dumb idiot. It's been a long time since I've done psychology, I'll be honest. Also take everything I say with a grain of salt. I mean, I keep in mind I'm not like a PhD in psychology or anything, but I mean, even so, if you're a PhD in psychology and you think Freud isn't bullshit, then I don't respect your PhD. Just saying. Just saying. If you're also, again, with the psychiatry thing, I don't think it should be used. I don't think medication should be used. It's unfortunately. How did we not have the reroll? Oh, right, because we rerolled before the. That's unfortunate. Whatever, let's move on. We actually probably could have gotten a second reroll. I didn't realize that. I don't know. My brain just didn't work there. I didn't realize that we wouldn't have had that reroll. That's unfortunate, but hey, you know, shit happens. Anyway. So, sorry, again, about that short rant about psychology. And by short rant, I mean quite long rant. I often do this. I have to do that kind of a thing. And I feel like I've mentioned a lot of these things before. And a lot of people mention that sometimes, right? It's like, yeah, you told us about this already. You know? You guys should tell me what you want to hear me talk about. Yeah, people have asked me that, right? Is that like, can you do a series where you just talk about something that doesn't, like, just something that people want to talk about? Like, you don't have to play a game? I think that's a good idea. I like it. But I don't have you guys gotta tell me what I should talk about. You know, John Green does this series on Hank Plays Games. John Green of, the Vlog Brothers, does this series, on FIFA. And essentially what he does, you know, I'm not gonna use a key. Yeah, he does this series on FIFA where like he'll just play FIFA, right? He'll just play the mode, and then he always gets people to upvote something that they want to hear him talk about. I like that idea. I think that's a good idea too. Obviously, I want you guys to do upvoting custom challenge runs, but I mean, you know, if you guys want to hear me talk about something very specific, and people happen to upvote it, maybe I'll consider talking about it. Maybe I'll talk about it. I mean, that would be kind of cool. I'd like to talk about certain subjects. Sometimes, I mean, that does kind of bleed through with the challenge runs as well, right? I mean, sometimes I'll get challenge runs that are like, hey, talk about Batman for 30 years, or talk about genetic augmentation like we did recently. Okay, we got two big pink fetuses, which all fetuses should technically be pink, right? I mean, that's my guess anyway. Is that all fetuses are kind of pink? Well, I suppose unless they're dead. In that scenario, they're probably blue. Probably blue fetuses. Although, you know, I'm not going to discriminate. You know, maybe there are dead fetuses that are pink. Who knows? Who knows? Probably people who've seen a lot of fetuses. That group of people, they probably know. I don't know if they know, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna guess that they do know. So, faux show. Alright, nope, ticks. I didn't say dicks that time, I said ticks. A bunch of ticks in my apartment. I really gotta deal with them. They're all over the place. Fucking ticks, man. Oh god. I like living in an apartment. I don't know, man. Like, I know a lot of people live in houses. I'd probably guess most of the world? I don't know. It honestly might be most of the world lives in apartments at this point. But, anyway, I don't know. I like living in an apartment because there's a lot of people there. It's somehow a feeling of safety, despite the fact that it's really sort of the opposite of that. You're sort of less safe, I think, in an apartment than in a house. Because, you know, there are more people. But, I don't know, it sort of is sort of a feeling of safety. I kind of like knowing that people are around at all times. Like, if there's, like, some kind of murderer or something, I can just scream, and people maybe will call the police. Maybe. That's at least the thought, or the hope, or the prayer, right? I mean, like, that's my idea. It's probably wrong, because, I mean, I yell in this apartment all the time. But I mean, I suppose if I made some sort of specific comments, right? If I was just like someone in the apartment next to me, call the police, please, I'm being murdered by a serial killer, then, you know, then they might call the police. If any neighbors have heard me saying that, don't do that thing though right now, because I'm not intending. You know what? I know I want bombs more than I want keys, but I also want keys. So, you know, I'm just gonna do that. I realize that I want bombs more than I want keys right now, but I kinda want the keys in order to open things up. So I'm gonna do that. Now I'm out of bombs though, which is unfortunate. But I guess that's sort of the trade-off that I made. Am I too slow? Oh, double dicks. Okay, that was almost another double dicks, but unfortunately for them, it was only a single dicks. Only one of those was dicks. The other one was not in fact dicks, not constituting the moniker of double dicks. I don't want that, but I have Guppy's tail, but I'm probably not gonna get like Guppy anyway, so I'm just gonna re-roll it. Yeah, we got the pack. That's cool. Like, I mean, if I could get Guppy, then yeah, but I probably won't, so that's why I'm not gonna. The thing is, can we beat Isaac right now? I'm gonna say I doubt it. Oh, God, I could, like, barely kill these things. I'm also very tired, because I went to sleep for a very short period of time last night. Like, I went to sleep at 7 in the morning or something, because I was watching the first 2 episodes of Arrested Development. And, by the way, in case you didn't know, the new season of Arrested Development is on Netflix. Which, by the way, if you just want to watch Arrested Development, you can just sign up for a free trial month of Netflix. You do have to have a credit card, but they're not going to, like, charge you or anything, or you can just make them not charge you, or whatever. So, you know, you don't really have to worry about that. But, yeah, so if you wanna just do that, I did that actually because I actually don't have a trial or a membership to Netflix. So I just got the free 1 month. Oh, butts! I got the free 1 month trial, and actually, according to Dennis, which I don't know if he's right here. According to Dennis, there is like, you can keep getting the 1 month trial, like, repeatedly. Which, I don't know, man. He says you can do it on the same credit card. Which, you know, I don't know. I feel like that's something that they would stop, but hey, supposedly he's done it, so I mean, you know, that seems like something you could do. It's not really piracy or anything either. I mean, it's sort of, if it's a loophole in the system, then that's really on them, I say. Right? I mean, if it's a loophole, then, you know, that's their own fault at that point. I really think that. I feel that way. They make a loophole, because the thing is, rich companies and stuff exploit loopholes all the time, right? So, I mean, you know, if we get a chance at exploiting a loophole, why not do it? I did that with Red Robin. I used to be able to get free meals at Red Robin because they had this program where you know, you could essentially, okay, this is how it worked. I used to do this back in California when sometimes we'd want, like, good food, or we didn't have any money. We were very poor. So, like, what we would do, oh, fucking dick butts. What we would do is, Red Robin had this program. I don't know, I don't think there are any Red Robins in New York, and I probably doubt that they still have this program just because of how easy it was to exploit it. But essentially, there was a Red Robin in the mall, where we were near. I mean, the boss could be over there. I'm gonna check. Ah, shit. Ugh. I hate this room. Oh, good, yeah, just teleport into me, whatever. Alright, we have, famine. We don't have any bombs, which is unfortunate. So we can't actually, like, either bomb our way out, nor can we get to him to fight him. There's just so many rooms in the cathedral that are just dickishly, like, frustrating and boring. Alright, there we go. Fantastic. Well, I won't use a bomb for a key, because I don't have any bombs. Plus, I don't need the keys. So yeah, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Oh boy. This is where shit gets dangerous! Ain't nobody can bang with us! We dangerous! Something, the Biggie Small saying. What was I saying? Something about something. I don't know. Oh, Red Robin! Yeah, okay, so essentially what we would do with Red Robin... Oh, that's unfortunate. I knew that it wasn't going to be here. I knew that it could, but I knew that it wasn't going to be here. Yeah. Always go with your second guess, man. Anyway. Yeah. They have this program where if you sign up for a card, right, you get a free appetizer. Okay? So... The appetizers were like as expensive as the entrees, by the way, because I mean the appetizers were meant for multiple people. So I mean, if you get an appetizer and eat that as a meal, it's actually a pretty damn big meal. It's a pretty huge meal, actually. So we get the appetizer. The appetizers were pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie, they weren't so bad. So yeah, we would buy the appetizers and eat them, and they were delicious. I shouldn't have done the thing that I just did, by the way, but that's only because I'm an idiot. So whatever. Shouldn't have taken that half-heart, because now scapular I don't believe will trigger, unfortunately. But not that big of a deal. Kind of a big deal, not that big of a deal. But anyway, so yeah, so we would you know, get the free appetizers. Also, here's the other thing that we could do is the cards. If you set on the card that it was your birthday within the month, you got a free burger as well on the card, which is great. So, I mean, essentially what we would do is we would go to the mall where the Red Robin was, and then we would go pick up the cards, and then we would sign up for them on in the Apple store that was also in the mall, walk back to the Red Robin, get our free appetizers, and move on with our lives. And it was great. It was a great time. I had an awesome time doing it. And you know what? I wasn't lying. I wasn't cheating. Well, I mean, it was sort of lying. I mean, you could put on whatever name you wanted too. Like they didn't care about that. So that's why it sort of was possible. Is you know, you could just put on whatever fucking name that you. Wow, you got a blue heart. That's pretty lucky. You put on whatever name you want, and they don't care. You could be Poop Butts McFartenstein, which I was. I think that was one of the names that I put, Poop Butts McFartenstein. And yeah, they were cool with it. In fact, I think a lot of the waitresses were clued into it because they would always act all smug when we would do it, and they'd see our names and stuff. Be like, you guys. And plus, sometimes we would go multiple times in the same week, because it was. And we would see, like, the same waitresses around who would see us, and then it'd be like, you guys gotta know, right? I mean, you gotta know. I realize that you don't remember everyone you see, but, I mean, when you see the same group of kids, I feel like a natural woman. I don't know. But, so, yeah, that was a thing that we did. It was a fun time. Got a lot of free food out of it, which is always nice. You know, free food's always good. And hey, it was a loophole. We exploited the loophole, and it worked out for us. We had a good time doing it. We had a lot of delicious free food, and it was easy. So if a Red Robin is in your area, check if that deal is still available, because you can probably get free food out of it. In truth, that was like 2 years ago, so it's entirely likely that it is not a deal that exists anymore. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go in here. Hopefully I don't take damage here. Oh, fucking piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, god. Dingus. Sometimes these guys just fire so many goddamn green bombs, and it's really irritating. But, anyway, so yeah. If that's available, then I would suggest you check it out, because you can get free food. It's a loophole. Just exploiting a loophole, man. They could have fixed the loophole. They didn't. They chose not to. We got the Book of Shadows. We could even like get it re-rolled a third time, but I don't know if I mean I doubt that is going to save us, right? Like that's my guess. Is it's not going to save us against this fight. We're just gonna have to go for it and hope for the best. Oh boy, that's not going well so far. We're doing lots of damage, though, which is good. I don't think my bomb hit, unfortunately. That one hit, though. Okay, we took some damage. It's unfortunate. Alright, we took even more damage, which is really, really unfortunate. I haven't been paying attention because I've been sort of, well, one, I'm really tired, which is a big problem when you're playing Isaac, I've found. But, yeah, you know, Spider Bite really goes a long way in this fight. However, it's just not gonna kill, I'm not gonna be able to kill these angel fetuses quick enough. Oh, God. Yeah, it's real bad. Quick, use the world! Know where everything is! Oh god, yeah, I'm gonna die right now. Right about now. Oh, we got the scapular. Murder it! Okay, we got Isaac down. Are we gonna get to the chest? I think we might. Yeah, we got to the chest. Wow, I am surprised. I honestly didn't think that we were gonna be able to do that. But we managed it, man. Alright. Well, I probably shouldn't have taken the skeleton key now that I think about it, but that's okay. We're probably not gonna get very far anyway. Let's be honest here. Now, where do I think the boss is? I don't know, actually. This is a tough one. I should have used the world, should have probably used the world here. Probably shouldn't have used it in that fight. I honestly expected us to die, so that's why I did that, in truth. Would have been real nice to have that right now. Generally speaking, it can be pretty easy to find where you gotta go, though. I wish I could bring that into the other room. That'd be nice. But in this particular scenario, it's a little bit more difficult to kind of judge where I'm supposed to go. Okay, so now we can... Nope! Nope! I forgot that that's what that guy does. He's a total D-hole. God, why is he summoning it there? Are we fast enough? I really hope we are. At the very least, we got enough shot speed in order to make up for that. Oh, we have the D6. I should go... Yeah, I'm gonna go reroll. Gonna go reroll after this fight, if we survive it. Oh man, we've already taken damage. That's real bad. We do have the sort of, butts. We have the sort of butts, guys. Only the sort of butts. I always get hit here. Ah, I didn't get hit there. That's lucky. Okay, Mom's Bra. Mom's Bra is a pretty good item. I might actually keep that and use that. However, we really need to get back to full health if we're gonna have any kind of chance against Isaac. Oh wow, they're all single. All right, let's do that one. Ugh, that's unfortunate. That's real unfortunate. Let's go see. Let's go see what's over here. All right, not the boss, but hey, you know, at least that's good to know. Let's check over here, because it could be here too. I actually would not rule this out. Oh, butts. Yeah, I want to take him out first. I think that's our most valuable option. I really want some damage ups. I mean, not to say that our damage is bad. It's actually really good. But, I mean, more damage will ensure that we will have a chance. And, you know, right now, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if we have a chance. We're close to a chance. We're almost at a chance. We're approaching chance levels, but we're not quite at chance yet. We're not at optimal levels of chanceness, is what I'm really trying to get at here. It's a very valid and important metric in your ability to chance things. In my opinion, anyway. That would be my guess. Alright, so that was wrong. And if that was wrong, baby, I don't want to be right. I will look in here. Are you fucking kidding me, Peeper? Yeah, it's Greed. I don't want to fight Greed. I'd probably just take damage on Greed, which is why I don't want to fight him. Oh, dude, I might die here. Might just die here. I just need to kill at least one of the super rats. Because if you kill one, the second one's not as bad. Actually, they're being real nice to me right now. RNG is favoring me real well, which I'm glad about. Because sometimes RNG can totally fuck you on these guys, and they'll just keep firing troll bombs over and over again. And it's really irritating, but they did not do that time, which is great. Die! Alright, cool. We got another heart, which is great. Oh, and we have another D6 ready to go. Boom! Well, no, I probably want to reroll that too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take. You know, yeah, I'm gonna take Pestilence out first. I prefer. My thinking is, who would I prefer to try to fight solo? And it's Death. Death, I have a harder time with solo, so I figure, you know, why not take him out last? Oh god, I have a terrible stomachache right now. It's real bad. I want to not have that. Can anyone fix that for me? By the way, here's a fun fact. So, like, Tums, which is obviously the thing that helps people with stomach aches. Even Pepto-Bismol, actually, as well. It has it in it. But Tums, which are the little tablets, essentially, those are made out of chalk, which I think a lot of people know. Is they're actually made out of chalk. Here's something that a lot of people don't really know, or don't really sort of make the logical next step. The chalk that you use on, like, chalkboards, that actually has as much of the properties of helping with stomach aches as Tums do. So, like, if I were to eat, like, not table, but chalkboard chalk right now, it would help me in my stomach ache as much as a Tums would. Tums don't have really any medical properties. They're just chalk. Like, that's all it is. It's chalk with a candy coating so that it doesn't taste bad. So it doesn't taste like fucking chalk. But yeah, that's really all it is, which is, you know, I always found kind of interesting. I always found that kind of interesting. We have a white heart, but that's really not going to be very valuable for us, I'll be honest. Okay, cool. We got another heal, which is great. Oh, we got another, an item, too. We got the relic, which is not going to be doing really much for us, but, you know, it's alright, I guess. I think I'm just gonna reroll this. What's better, this or Mom's Bra? Probably this. I'm probably gonna go with this. Well, I don't know. Maybe Mom's Bra is better. Maybe my damage output's better. Whatever. I'll go with Shoopin' to Whoopin'. In order for Glorious Days to happen. Alright, that's real bad. No, it does not do the same kind of damage output we have. We should have definitely went with Mom's Bra. That is a 100% certainty that is the thing that we should have done. Unfortunately, it was not. I actually should have taken that white heart. I don't know why I didn't. Because that white heart actually would have been an extra hit for us. See, the thing is, when I'm playing with, like, all blue hearts, it isn't an extra hit in that scenario, but if you're playing with red hearts, it is an extra hit. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Obviously you can hear the tiredness in my voice. I apologize for that. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Post your custom challenge runs down below and I'll do those upvoted one. Unfortunately, Doom 5, I was not able to do your custom challenge run this day. But someday soon. Someday soon. I may be able to. I don't know how to lower my range and tier speed, so, you know, that's a thing. Anyway, I love you guys. You guys are cool. You're cool. You're cool people. You're my kind of people. That's what I would say. And yeah. Anyway, this is Alpacapatrol signing out. Peace, fools.